My name is Jahi Al-Uqdah. The first value which I believe is important to creating positive change in my community as well as the field of study which I intend to go into is discipline. To truly create positive change takes time, but with time comes obstacles, things like exhaustion, stagnation, procrastination. But the cure for all of these things is discipline. When I think of discipline, I think of my grandfather. He was the first African American to join Philadelphia's Millwright Union. He did this in order to create positive change in not only his community, but also to provide for his family. But when he joined the union, he faced his own obstacles. He faced extreme discrimination from the people in the union as well as others. But this did not impede him on his goal to provide and create change. Instead, he ended up creating his own house remodeling company. And he did that because of discipline, because he knew that his goal was not something that he could give up on. It was something that he had to work for even when he didn't feel like it, even when he was being discriminated against. He knew that it was something that he had to push through. That is why I believe discipline is imperative to creating positive change. Alongside this, I also believe that it is imperative that we leverage the knowledge of those who have come before us. As I mentioned, I look towards my grandfather, but also in my community, as well as in the field of study which I intend to go into. There are hundreds of people who have spent their lives trying to create solutions and create positive change in these areas. Instead of trying to reinvent the things that they've already spent their lives working towards, I feel like, and I believe that it is paramount that we use the knowledge of those that come before us to build and create something even greater. When I think of that, I think of my mother. My grandfather worked his entire life to create change. My mother watched this, and she used the knowledge that he had built over his lifetime to push herself forward. She was the first in my family to graduate college because she knew that her father, my grandfather, didn't have that opportunity. And she built that and made that opportunity for herself and then started her own business. Because the same things that my grandfather worked towards, he instilled those values into his daughter, my mother. And those same values my mother has instilled into me. I hope to embody these values not only in myself right now, but also as I go off towards college. Because college is ultimately a test. I intend to hold myself to a certain standard. I hope to have the same discipline as my grandfather and use the knowledge of those who've come before me, the same that my mother did, and hopefully I can look towards them while I try to embody these values which they have instilled.